I just done recorded a 21-minute market breakdown and just explaining literally everything from top to bottom on the three pairs. I even covered up XRP and exactly the trades and everything, but it recorded with no audio. So what I'm gonna end up doing is just briefly. I'm not gonna dive as deep as I did in the last one, but I'm gonna briefly explain the trades, the current positions that we're currently in. If you don't know, we do have one of the best robots in the Forex market, rated 4% in the world of its accuracy and precision. So if you are interested in the robot, feel free to check that out. Link is in the bio. It's forex-blade.com/robot. However, so diving into it, here's what I had before. So the Fibonacci levels were set like this, and I told you guys that it was fluctuating between the 61 and the 78, and it was. And once it broke the 61, it plummeted down just like expected. But what I went ahead and did was, so for Fibonacci, guys, you can't put the Fibonacci where the price is currently at, even if it's the low. So you got to find the next low in that area, okay? So this would be right here, the next low, right? This isn't the next low because it's at the same price. This is the next low. So either from that body to that low, or that low to that body. Well, I switched to Fibonacci right here, but so I can do wick usually to, or no, body to body in this one, because it seems like it makes more sense that way. So this is the right. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know how to exactly use Fibonacci's, but to draw the perfect Fibonacci is that you need, first off, the high of the last price movement, okay? So the high of that to the top of that, and then the low of the price movement. However, the low in this case is moving still, so you want to find the next low. Not sure exactly what I mentioned in the last video I just recorded, but I'm sure it's going to be the same thing I'm about to mention now. You guys can see that price is far away from 200 EMA on the weekly, so that tells you, look, it's probably going to go retest that area. Now on the daily, I'm just showing you the key factors on all time frames real quick. On the daily, sharp drop. Last time we did a sharp drop, it rose. And guys, we've been trading this since January, so literally after this crash happened, we've still recovered from this huge drop, and have been profiting ever since. And guys, you guys notice how it's just been moving kind of steady, and then lately it's just boom, huge rise, huge drop, rise, drop. What this tells me is that this is probably going to be a huge rise. And there's a reason why I started with Euro JPY to start off with, because this is the biggest trade out of all three that we're going to cover when it comes to pips wise. But yeah, so price, you guys can clearly see 61 and 78 are always very respected, especially the 78 in this situation. And look at it, boom, back here in January, again in February, March, and I'm sure if we go to the 1 hour, it was probably having trouble trying to break it. Yeah, over here, so I had trouble trying to break it, and once it broke through it, came down, broke through the 78, and now it's kind of, in a way, retesting it. However, now we always execute trades on the 15-minute charts. So looking at this, first off, it didn't make another low, so that tells me this is going to rise still. Now, and second off, look how far the EMA is from price. So what this tells me is this is going to rise to the EMA. Now this is on a 15-minute chart, but you guys can see that there's a zone up here too. But if we hop into the 1 hour, maybe you can see it a little better. But yeah, this is the EMA that I drew on the 1 hour chart in the last video. So I do see this EMA. If I move it, it was see a sharp move down. So this tells me it's going to continue probably going down like that. And this tells me it's going to probably retest to this zone. So this is 115 or 116 pips depending on where you entered, especially if you enter now. This is a beautiful trade if you want to enter it, swing trade, or with a small lot, maybe not be greedy and take profit at 61. But I'm taking profit at 125.20. So that's it for Euro JPY. For the stop loss, many of you know I don't use stop loss. However, if you were to set a stop loss, you would set it below this level, for the simple fact that it's below the last low. Okay, so I really don't think it's going to go down there. However, definitely keep it down there. So this is probably a 1-to-2 ratio trade if you do use a stop loss. Moving on to Euro JPP, I wanted to put these trades out for you guys earlier, literally, because they're already all in profit. But looking at the weekly, guys, crucial thing I noticed right away is it's at the 200 EMA on the weekly, so that's crucial. It doesn't even hang out near that area that much, so it wicked over here all February, March. Well, the last week of February, first week of March, and then third week we kind of broke through it, and then there's a huge wick on this one. So I'm pretty sure it was this. Yeah, it was just this rise over here on the daily. Went up to the zone as highlighted before and started rejecting from it, and then it went to the 78 Fibonacci. So going on to the daily, going on to that, you guys can kind of see 78 was respected many times before, just to absolute precision, just wicks, either resistance or support. It was always rejected, and once it rejects it, it goes up, or rejects it and goes down. So this tells me this is going to go to the daily EMA. But let me go on to the 4 hour. It'll be much more clear that way. So you guys can kind of see now more of the wicks and how respected these levels are. And as soon as it wicked to the 78, it literally immediately just shot up from that point on. So what this tells me is this is a high chance that this will go to the zone area. However, this is the 61 Fibonacci level, and you guys know I love the 61 Fibonacci level. So if you go to the 1 hour, the reason why I have this trade that's set up how it is right now, only 35 pips, is because, guys, don't be greedy. There's no need. I do see this coming up to the 61, and I do see this breaking out at 61. It might not even touch the zone, so it might just spike up to this 200 EMA on the 1 hour and maybe continue to drop down or just fluctuating in this area. So I do have my take profit at 0.8590 and my stop loss, quote unquote stop loss, because I don't really have a stop loss, is 0.8521. I know a lot of people get turned off by a stop loss, but I'm not even worried about you guys anymore, because the people that have been following me for a while, literally, this is no disrespect at all. The people that have been following me for a while know how good my strategy is, especially with no stop loss, and even if you're into some drawdown. And this also avoids brokers doing a stop hunt on you. So stop loss, if you did want to use stop loss, it would be below the 78 Fibonacci level. That's your best bet, and take profit is up here where it's going to retest. Now, moving on to Euro USD. This is also already hitting some profit. But before I hop into the 1 hour, let's go to the weekly. So first thing I notice again is 200 EMA is the whole way up here. So guys, it's naturally, long term, it's naturally attracted to that area. C zone is very respected still. And going on to the daily. See, this is literally my strategy, and this is literally how um, I made a lot of money trading the foreign exchange. Is because I don't really take too long on the charts. That's why I have the robot doing exactly my algorithm at all times without me being there. And if you want to join the robot, feel free to do so. Um, we'll do all these trades for you. You don't have to do anything. It's hands free, and you don't get paid. We don't get paid unless you do. So that's the best part. But anyways, back to the charts. On the daily, respected the zone and immediately started dropping. You guys, there's a reason why I draw these zones, and this is one of those examples. But so on a daily it doesn't look as accurate because the wicks, but you guys can kind of see, and I'll hop into the 1 hour and 4 hours to show you exactly where I have it. But this Fibonacci level was drawn body to body on the 4 hour. So the 61 Fibonacci is respected clearly. So we're gonna hop into the 1 hour. But you guys can kind of see. Let me fix that just a little bit. Body. Okay. But yeah, it's close enough. So check out the 61, guys. Had trouble trying to break it. Finally, as soon as it broke it, it bounced on it, and it was just around the same time the EMAs crossed over. This would have been a beautiful buy. You could have held it to the zone. Now, we did this. We already did that buy. We already sold this. I even recorded it and posted it before I did it. That's the best part. So now where are we, right? Guys, it had trouble trying to break this resistance. There's a reason why I have this resistance here. And as soon as it broke it, it just couldn't break the 61 right away. And you guys can kind of see it's just slowly starting to climb back up because of where it's at, where price action is at. It's further away from the EMA, clearly. I told you guys the long-term bias, and you can kind of see that for yourself. Hopping onto the 4 hour chart, this is a sharp drop, so I definitely expect a retest of this EMA sooner or later, definitely sooner. Um, but yeah, I do see this coming up. This is at 61 Fibonacci, so the reason why I have this stop loss down here is because if you really do want to have a stop loss, you might want to put it a little bit below the 78. There's also a lot of wicks in this area, which tells me, below 78 is a perfect stop loss. For take profit, I do see this trend line being retested. So if I hop onto the daily, it's been respected many times. You see that once it broke through it, bounced on it, and then went through it again on the daily. So I do see a retest of that happening before and a climb higher or lower. You have to adapt with the market at all times. But yeah, so this is our current trades. There's a lot of support area in this area, so I do see this climbing back up. Maybe looking at the 15 will help you guys decide. But yeah, price drops, test the EMA drops. I'm waiting on the test of this EMA. It just so happens to be at this resistance over here, clearly. So we're gonna hold this trade until further notice. I mean, I might update you guys in the group chat and say, hey, look, close this trade out. But I'm very confident that this actually probably will go to this level here. Last thing I covered is XRP. I did mention this in the Telegram channel already, but I wanted to give the opportunity to kind of explain where everything is going because I haven't broke down XRP in a while. But you guys can see that price has been less volatile, huh? See, higher, there's lower highs every single month, pretty much every single month, lower highs. And if you guys notice back in August, this area was established. Um, and what this did to this area is that every time it touched this area, it went up. Every time it touched this area, again, it went up, up. However, it's getting to the point where every time it touches it, it's not going as far up. Okay, so what this literally tells me is that this is about to crumble. Um, I'm an XRP person. I love XRP. I have thousands of money into it. However, I'm also day trading it to benefit from that too. So I do see a lot of resistance right here. Um, so let's hop into the daily to kind of see where we at. And look at this wedge that I have drawn up here. Respected many times, starting here. Yep, respected, and it just keeps getting respected. This zone or this trend line has been drawn for a really long time, and it's always been respected still. So these two trend lines are really respected. I'm not going to delete this one right now because I feel like this could play a role in the future, but just don't mind that right now. So what it looks like it's doing is just creating this wedge, but going on to the 4 hour. Now I do see it's actually dropping, guys, the whole way down here. Just for maybe the next few months, this drops the whole down here, and then I do believe it's going to reach that $3, that $4 mark, and more in the future. But why not take advantage of this bear run? Because once it reaches a certain level, once it reaches that 20 cents level, is when we're just going to start skyrocketing from there. But going on to the 4 hour chart first before we do anything. I don't know why it's actually not showing that I have this wedge here. So let me draw this. Alright, well, I'm not sure what's going on, but we can easily just redraw that one. You guys can kind of see it right here. Okay, and every time, even on the 4 hour, it's very respected. So we are in a sell. So I do see this coming down to the 29 cents area because of this wick right here. However, we are not greedy, and we just want to take it at the 30 cents area. It is a one penny move, so it's nothing crazy. It doesn't even look crazy on the 4 hour, but if we hop into the 1 hour chart, you guys will start seeing things a lot different. 61 and 78 respected every single time. This zone is respected every single time. I see a lot of resistance, upside resistance, a lot of them, more than the supports. So what I do see market is already in profit, but I do see market actually breaking out of this wedge, and especially right now, it looks nice. I do have a stop loss on this trade, and it's at the 31.7 area. My take profit is at the 30 area. I'm risking about $2,000 and looking to make about $2,000. It is a 1-to-1. However, it is a solid trade to enter in. Let me hop into the 15-minute to kind of explain things a little bit more. So I do see this coming down to wick down here again. You guys kind of see it's still respecting the 200 EMA. Might even come down a little bit, and then come up to the EMA again to continue falling. But there's a lot of resistance right here on the 30 cents area. Bang right here, bang right here, bang right here. So I do see now. The reason why I have my take profit a little bit above that is because brokers sometimes just mess around and try to take your money. So they won't even let you, profit from trades that you might have a take profit over here and price could be down here, but depending on your broker, it could be so quick they won't even close you in a profit, and this could just continue to rise up. So excuse me, but it's your best bet to enter and get out at the 30. Again, these are all optional trades. These are the trades that we are in personally. These are trades that all the clients are in. And everybody's just super excited to profit this week from these trades. Let me know if you have any questions when it comes to these trades in the comments or in the Telegram. And take these trades with confidence as always.